based on what we've seen, I thought it would just be interesting to see where the way of the land is. So, how do you feel about not ranking, but discussing a few teams
so far?
Yeah. Teams that I've been impressed with off the bat. Brighton I've got to put there.
Oof, definitely.
I've been super impressed. Liverpool, stepdad coming in and stepping up. I've been super impressed. Obviously, Manchester City.
Man said stepdad. Respect Arne Slot.
He's the stepdad.
Nah, man.
He's their stepdad.
Nah, man. They're about to call him daddy by the end of the season.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you come in as a stepdad, and you know.
But you know, like usually it takes time with the youths. They're gonna call him quick. I'm telling you, bro. Arne Slot. I believe.
Yeah,
I believe.
I guess that who would you guys? I say the team that's impressed you the most. It doesn't have to be the best team so far, but the team that's impressed you the most.
I think Brighton for me, because even coming into this season, I was thinking, in terms of overhaul, how many times can you do this? How many times can you sign 5-6 players, sell 3 or 4, and then kind of hope that it will, work out? How many more managers can you get that are, these smart, young tacticals that seem to get the team playing well all the time? And I thought, this season, I feel like they're going to go through a transition year, might be mid-table 13th, but they've started the season well.
That's the thing, mid-13th.
Bro, I genuinely thought, listen, it was going to be a up... No.
Liverpool finished 13th.
Not Liverpool. Brighton.
Open
your ears, brother. Open. See, this happens when you're looking at your phone. Man said Liverpool.
Because this guy said stepdad, so I thought he was talking about Arne Slot's stepdad.
You're saying who was you most impressed with? And I said Brighton.
I was going to say
Liverpool 13th. You must be out your mind, bro.
Yo, you know what, though? I feel like it's too early to be able to rank the teams because, like...
That's what I'm saying. Who you've been most impressed by?
So who's impressed you in terms of teams?
Yeah.
I'm still going to go Manchester City.
Can I piggyback on that? Because usually with City,
Actually, no. Liverpool.
On the City point, we'll go to Liverpool. Without it sound like an over-exaggeration, with City, I'm so used to excellence. But this is the first time, and maybe because it's the Haaland thing, it's the first time I've been like, right, I'm impressed. Because it feels like it's been a level up from where they even are. Especially when Pep goes and comes out and he says that, it's going to be hard to compete again. They obviously bring Savio in. Haaland's operating at this mad rate. I'm used to Manchester City being this team.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm like, oh, snap. They've gone up another level. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm impressed. Usually, like, you expect excellence. But to go even further than that, it's like, wow.
I feel like with City, you're going.
I was going to say, what do you think has been the cause of that? Because I feel
Haaland. It's Erling Haaland.
Like, if Haaland decides or stays fit, that's what you're going to
get.
get.
Because you can't really say they've gone up a level because the reason why, because Rodri hasn't played a minute.
Yeah.
Foden has played sparingly minutes. So it's really the gas that Erling Haaland is living through right now. It's the rest that he had. We're just talking about the players that went to the Euros. Haaland didn't go to the Euros. Mo Salah didn't go to the Euros. They're 2 of the top 3 players in the Premier League. Fresh legs, and you can see it. They're both playing like the top 3 players in the league at the moment. You know what I mean? So that's what you get when you can have a summer off to rest and recoup and come back. And that's why you're looking at Liverpool. I'm not saying it's almost Salah, but you're looking at Liverpool with a rejuvenated Salah. They're firing. You're looking at Man City with a rejuvenated Haaland. They're starting on fire. Pep said pre-season's done now. Now the season starts.
After
and they've won every game. Do you know what I mean? No, Pep said that. So after they've won every game. So it's like... That's the effect. That's what I'm saying. That's the effect you can have when you have a good rest. So I think when it comes down to it, it's not necessarily they've gone up another level, but they've just got where you can put in 1, 2, or 3 best player in the league, fit, ready, hungry. And that's the difference.
I think for me though, it's again, people have their question marks about Doku, but the Doku and Savio thing, like the way they're playing and the intent they're playing with, it's a fresh dynamic. It's different to what we had last season. Pep always changes something or tries to do something. Yeah. And already, I've seen that. I'm seeing Haaland looking fresh, and I think culmination.
Rico Lewis coming in for Kyle Walker.
So it feels already like they've assessed what's going to be different this year. I always say the quote. I said it in the last iteration of the show when Pep Guardiola maybe 30s and was like, we're looking at trying to score in ways we've never scored before, and I thought this guy's insane. What do you mean that? Already he's assessed. Last season's flow is different. We're doing this year, and I'm moved by that because it means that even if this stops working, we saw Grealish perform against Ireland, albeit it's a friendly. He can get thrown into the mix.
Nations League game wasn't even friendly.
So there you go. Yeah. He can be thrown into the mix. We saw, how he played in the game before international break. So it's like if this is just the baseline and this is pre-season over, Manchester City can continue to go, and that's impressive for me.
And when you can afford to have your who argue your 2 player of the years last year, Foden and Rodri. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
They were the 2 people that people were saying should win a player of the year. Them 2 can sit out and you're still winning games. What's going to happen when they're back fresh legs? Like Rodri hasn't had a break in how long, bro? That guy used to play every single minute. He'll miss 2 games, they'll lose. He'll play every game. He'll play every game for Spain, blah, blah, blah. And for him to now come fresh legs, he probably hasn't had a rest in so long. He's probably one of them players that, you know, when you look at it, they've stacked up so much minutes or whatever. He's always, him and Edison or something, they're always at the most minutes played. So for them to be able to do that, that's a worry for the rest of the league completely. And then you look at Liverpool as well. I think they're obviously up there, the most impressive as well, because as you mentioned, you would have expected Liverpool, not expected, but they just lost Jurgen Klopp. So you're losing a manager like Jurgen Klopp. You're thinking, okay, there's going to be some shaky period. And look, that could still come. That could still come. You never really know. But, I mean, they've dispatched of Man United easily. They won their first 2 games. They've got their best player firing. They've got other players performing. Luis Diaz is looking ready this season as well. I mean, he wants to come off that he didn't. Oh no,
no. I didn't.
He beat it because his dad.
Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, Núñez hasn't even got started. Like Jota's there. Like they're looking ready again. You know what I mean? So Trent is looking on fire this season as well. So with what Arne Slot is doing, Gravenberch, we were talking about him. Gravenberch, putting him in there, someone that maybe I wouldn't say Klopp didn't have a plan for him, but somebody that's
needed an arm round.
He could be a slot baby. He could be Slot's baby type thing. You know what I mean? So you're looking at Liverpool as one of. You went from saying, okay, maybe a top 4 fight to after the first 3 games. I know it's only 3 games, but you're now looking at it like,
Can they keep course?
Last season, you're starting to look, they were in a title race for a bit. Why not push on this year with a little bit more solidity? Why can't they fight for the title? So, yeah, those are the most impressive ones for me, man.
Brighton have got to be there for me as well. I think the Arsenal game, even though Arsenal are man down, it just showcased that they are up for it this season. You've got to think about it. New manager as well. We always talk about you can't bring your ideologies to the Premier League. 3 games in, at 31 years old, he's managed to showcase so far.
Beating United as well.
Beat United.
And then went to Goodison first game as well? 3-0 wash.
Yeah.
So
4-0 wash, I think it was.
Nah, 3-0.
Was it 3? Oh, man.
But just 3 big results if you look at it in terms of the caliber of teams that they've played as well.
Do you know, honourable shout out?
Brentford,
I mean, they lost to Liverpool, but apart from that, they beat a Southampton team, and then first game of the season beat Palace. No Tony, Mbeumo stepping
with all
up.
that drama in the background as well.
Mbeumo stepping up and everything. Thomas Frank's a manager you like as well. I think he's doing something. But I feel like Eddie Howe so far. Listen, man, I saw Tonali's performance against France.
That was the sickest, isn't it?
That boy is warming.
But the performance, boy.
Why is this guy saying that you got a Van Dijk agenda?
Huh?
He said that you said Van Dijk was finished. I don't remember you ever saying that.
When you was doing up Saliba gas, you might have thrown that in.
Nah, that's when you were writing him off in like 20. That was lockdown days, bro. You said that Diaz is the new leader.
Nah, you trying to flip it?
No, I'm just saying, but I'm actually defending you here. You didn't say Van Dijk. I don't think you said Van Dijk.
I don't have a Van Dijk agenda. Come on.
Maybe there's some tapes that we don't know about. Is there tapes flying about or something?
What, this on his channel?
There might be tapes flying about. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think he did that.
No, but Newcastle as well. Like Newcastle, a weird one for me because so far they've not been like gung ho, goals flying. And you know, with Eddie Howe, he plays this very British style of like we can graft out, but we can sometimes be expensive. So far, they've not lost a game. I look at their team. I look at Isak scored on for Sweden. But that's something. It's weird. They've got the ability to grind out results. They've got ability to grind out results.
They were just sat back, scored off one little throw in and a little second half high line mistake. All right, so less, man. We'll see you on the other side.
But it's funny because, like, again, we also at the beginning of the season, like, this is a team that scored bare goals last season. Can they be in and amongst it? So far, if they're able to defensively keep a streak like that, they might cook something up. So, no, man, there's a few interesting teams.